Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. And today, or tonight, we're going to be doing the game of life. I finally got it working again, so let me just kind of reposition it where I can put this on my lap, because it was just sitting on the pillow. But yeah, I have an advantage to this game that if anybody played with me. Yeah, we are going to well, let's see. You know what, let's do a full game. I haven't done one in a while. This could take a while. And I'm betting they're all going to be Guy CPUs. Oh, guys, of course. Okay, so it looks like I go first. College, of course. It's nice how this game like gives you 200K to start, and then of course you get to sell your children later. But just why? Just why? Now watch this. All the CPUs are gonna follow me. Typically, if like one of the CPUs go first, they might choose a career instead. But when the player goes first, all the CPUs follow the player. Also, another thing is CPUs always pick the player. Now, oh, we had one that just proved me wrong. No, either one. Both of them were equal, so it doesn't really matter on that. But if I was playing like Ben Addington, my touchscreen versus his auto clicker for the statutes, oh no, either me or him, I don't know who would win, because as you guys know, the fact that I have a touchscreen means I have an almost unfair advantage over anybody with just a keyboard and mouse. But Ben Addington has an auto clicker, so I don't know who would win out of that. Of course. I don't typically do too good spinning against the CPUs, but I really need to get some friends to play with for this. I am gonna be like doing like one where I like pass and play with my younger brother at some point. But we've got my grandmother has a few concerns about that, so that's kind of sketchy, but we're gonna do keyboard mouse swap this weekend, and I'll record it in either. Yay, brain surgeon! But yeah, I'll definitely be doing a vid with my younger brother to do the keyboard swap challenge for Minecraft, or we could do it for Risk Factions or something. Seriously? Okay, let's go. This game does not. The game of life does. The game of life does not have a good. This does not. I don't know how this teaches like young kids like skills, except like this does not teach anybody like a valuable lesson. I just missed both 50s, I believe. But yeah. It's really ridiculous. It's really ridiculous how, like, on this game, this version of the Game of Life is not very family-like. It doesn't teach you very good family skills. You do not rob banks. Armed robbery is not okay. I believe this has come up on a few Jerome ASF streams, too. Armed robbery is not okay. Sneaking past security guards is not okay. And let's see. Okay, see that? See, that's what I mean when it comes to some of these cards, some of these CPUs. There was a 100K pilot and I think it was 80K clothing designer. They chose the clothing designer. Everyone knows you always pick the highest paying job, and of course, me. Of course, I wasn't expecting to win that. Let's see. Actually, I think I'm one of the closest to the wedding chapel. And I'm sure Blue's about to come and pass me up now. Okay. And also another unfair advantage I have over keyboard users is that I can spin using my fingers. So when I can interact with the keyboard, when I can interact with not only the keyboard but the screen at the same time, I have an unfair advantage over a lot of people. This would almost be funny if people just like start, if you guys just like any of you guys watching just start commenting this and like any of like commenting like, hey, someone has an unfair might be able to beat Ben at some of the stuff his auto clicker does. And of course, I just gave him 20k unintentionally. Ben would probably look at whoever commented that. Yay. Blue, you have too much cash. Give it over. 50k for tomatoes. Those must be expensive tomatoes. Those really must be expensive tomatoes. And of course I'm gonna get picked. Every time. Every time. There's that lucky spin. Poor Yellow's kind of getting left behind in the dust a little bit. I had to mention statutes. And now we get to watch I'm gonna get a little close with this because we're now gonna watch as I beat the CPUs using my version of the cheat system. Oh no. And I just beat him again. The only reason I beat them though that time is because I ran out of time. Actually, no, I would have beaten them either way because the other guy was a full one behind me. We got pretty darn close there. But that was just ridiculous. I mentioned statutes, and statutes come up. It's probably going to either be statutes or... Wait, 70k for flowers? Seriously? 50k and 70k for tomatoes and flowers. I love the fact of having that high-paying job. We're going down the path of life, because we don't need that night school. We got the highest-paying job in the game. Of course, you guys, I recommend that anybody that watches my Game of Life videos goes over to Jerome ASF's channel and doesn't know I'm not being paid by him to advertise. I just love all like the arguments they get into over all the arguments and all the funny stuff they find about the game, because they played it a lot longer than I have. But there's some really cool Easter eggs too. And of course, all the CPUs are male, so they're all gonna have wives. And of course, my character being a female is the only female player that is the only player. Well, technically, I'm the only player, anyways, but only player that's also a female too. Let's see. I think Daisha mentioned something about a oh, yeah, there's that little Easter egg. You click on the town over there and all the lights flash. Oh my gosh. Good. Oh, he's gonna choose the fashion designer again. I still see he got fired for sneaking his cat to work. Yep, see? That's a little Easter egg that Daisha noticed in one of the streams that I was like, wait, I thought there was an Easter egg somewhere where if you click, something cool will happen. Yeah. The little lights show over there. I know who I'm stealing from next. If I get like a lawsuit or something. Old Red's got a little bit too much cash hanging out there. I'm the furthest along. Hopefully it kind of slows down a little bit over there by the... Slow down a little bit by the path of the family path, so that way I can get a bunch of kids, because in this game, having kids means you get like 50k for each kid. Wow, looks like no sign of stopping there. Except to pick up the cash along the way. Oh, yay! And there's a reason I'm buying a house. Because this this one has like a 20 and only a 50. This one has a 50% loss if it's red, and then a 200, and then 150 if it's better. So we're gonna go with the windmill. Always buy always buy property. Always lean on as many squares as possible. And then also try to get and then in this version get as many kids as you can get too, because every kid you get to shove in the car or in the trunk or tie to the top of the roof or shove it in the glove box, you get money for. There was all sorts of comments about that sort of thing on one of Jerome's streams. It was just funny. It was really funny. I'll have to see if I can look it up and maybe just kind of maybe just give you guys the title of it or something in another video. But there's been some really funny moments for those sort of things on some of the Jerome ASF Game of Life streams. Those are actually really fun. Ew, gross. It's gross when you have to pay the bank stuff. Okay, looks like Yellow's finally making it to the chapel, are ya? And of course, as always, mail. Game of Life, I have issues with you. All of your CPUs tend to be male, even though it says random. Can you please pick some female CPUs out for a change? I say the Game of Life's like CPU system's a little bit on the side of like, can you please do something else? We'll name his fish Jerry. Yes, we named his fish for him. I think Blue thinks it's gonna win using the... Yeah, none of the CPUs buy houses either. It would actually be a little bit more realistic if the CPUs actually did some of the things that players do. We're going the family path. I need kiddos. I made it a really weak spin on purpose. Yep. Kiddos! I'm going to do as many weak spins as I can possibly do along the family path, so that way I can... Fashion designer. Third time, buddy. Looks like Red's one really high quality fashion designer. Yellow's still over on the red bridge. Oh no. Another one with me, seriously? Of course, I'm the only one with a house. Red's really on the action card game. Blue can neither seem to get action cards nor anything else. See, he just lost his paycheck. And that was I want well, at least I got a couple kids. At least I'm not playing Uno like. Yay, I got brain surgeon. I got my job back. Not everybody is so lucky. There was a okay. I have to say this. There was one Jerome SF stream where Daisha or Mini Deer got fired for sleeping on the job 3 times, and then all 3 times she got a different job, and each job was worse and worse for sleeping on the job for. Why is it that the dang CPUs have to prove me wrong? Of course, the CPUs are going to choose the family path. Yeah, just keep feeding me that money. Well, at least I got 2 kids. I got 100K in the back of the. I got 100K in the back of the car. I'm picking the lowest one. He's not as much of a challenge against me. Starting to ride high a little bit. Okay, red's got a few too many action cards. Yellow's just kind of playing that middle game. I'm just kind of sitting on that money game. And if you're wondering what I'm looking off my fingers, I have one of those little kind of dipstick, one of those little deals where you like stick the little candy stick into it and pull it up and suck on it, but I don't have the stick around, so I'm just kind of dipping my fingers into it. Lucky. 3 of them. I'm surprised neither red or yellow has gotten anywhere close. Okay. That's a little much. Nice, nice. We're not heading down the risky road with what we got here. Perfect. Statutes. Okay, let's go. Let me go whip the CPUs again. I always turn my mouse upside down. And I just beat the CPUs again. Yellow didn't get anywhere close. Blue was like the closest with like a little under 4 behind. Okay, that's just not even fair anymore. Just like my version. I don't have an auto clicker. Red, please calm down on the action cards. You're a little bit overpowered right now on those. I think it's like 100k per action card. Blue over there is just kind of hanging out. You went for the kid game. Of course, I'm hogging all the money over here. With a couple kids in the back seat. They're gonna pick up a kid. Let's see what they do to us. Yeah. Oh, I won. Yay! Doesn't really matter too much to me what I get. Yay! I got a pretty good amount of that. And then, oh, yay! I collect money from the bank for building a maze. Typically, it's the other way around. Typically, you give money to the bank for building a maze. Man, I'm doing pretty good on the money side. Oh. Wait, I'm winning these all now? Wow. I definitely need to get like a Steam profile picture, however. Because I kind of just stuck without one. Not quite ready for retirement, apparently. gross, but that's okay. Yellow's the one that could actually use a little money. Blue over there is kind of being a little bit of an annoying, pesky nuisance. I think that's enough for that for now. Grab the cash, seriously. This does not teach family values. Yay. Oh, I actually got both 50s this time. Well, that wasn't too bad, actually. Wow, I haven't been up that high in a while. Wow, looks like two of us tied for first. Not too far behind, and then he was the last, so. Of course, I'm the opponent. Let's see. Okay. He's gonna win, most likely. Yep. I wasn't doubting that one bit. I shouldn't have counted blue out too early. Oh. Okay, basically that just sends me to retirement. I'm gonna go to Millionaire Mansion. I have a good feeling about my prospects. Red's still back at the family path? Let's see where he. Okay, yellow is just a little bit past the family path. Blue is way farther past, so we don't even need to touch the mouse for a bit. We just kind of let them kind of take it on. We'll still have to like spin when. Yep, it's gonna pick me, and then we're gonna spin. And this also helps me earn money while retired. When I win, of course. And even I can join these too. Yay! Haha. Weak rolls work every time. Just kind of hanging out here really casual. 211. Well, 2,110K. Just casual, not too fancy. Wait, is he gonna go down the risky road? He got lucky. Red better pick up the pace a little bit. And then he lands on statutes again. Let's see, we've had grab the cash and statutes kind of like alternating at this point. And I won. Again. Wow. Nobody even came close to me this time. I really wonder how I would do against Ben's auto clicker. And yes, I'll refer to the nice posture crew a lot during my videos, because I really just right now they're kind of like my big thing. I'm wearing one of their hoodies. I'm just kind of I just kind of like it's kind of been a focus. It's kind of a focus right now. I'm focusing on YouTube, and they're kind of like my big they're kind of what like I look to as a model for my channel. What my channel should be like, since it is of course a family friendly channel. I'm still earning cash. And he won. But I've still earned a lot of cash since I got here. You don't need to be talent. You gross. Looks like I was the only one that paid. Wow, looks like quite a few people are taking the risky road. Looks like Red didn't even get it, kid. Wow. How surprising. Okay, one CPU took the safe route like I did. It's funny. Family band 30K. That's nothing actually. It's funny how a lot of these, if I had a group of people playing with me and I actually had audio set up correctly, it would just be so much more fun. I don't know how to set audio up correctly with OBS, but OBS is kind of like the software I kind of like to use because I'm a little bit more, I'm now more familiar with it. I need to get more RAM for the computer, sure, but I'm a little bit more familiar with the OBS software as a whole. Okay, Blue went to Countryside Estates. They literally, the only thing they got was action cards, and, of course, a backseat full of kids. Okay, everybody's finally piling in. Red would be a contender now. Of course, Red's gonna jump in on my side. No kids, haha. Yellow's still got a bit of a ways to go, actually, and we're still earning cash off of them as they roll what we need. Because I've been saying it for like the last 5 minutes. It's just like, and it's okay. It's okay to do something like that. So we just gather. I just keep gathering money. I've just been sitting here. I've got like pretty good amount of cash still stored up, plus the action cards and the house and the kits that are also stored. They passed their driving test so close to their retirement. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it was an even split for the house. It was an even split for the two places. Okay, so retirement bonus. Hey, nice. Nice. A nice 50K. I think he lost a lot of money on that. Okay, he got a little bit more. Action cards. I don't typically count like they do, but 7. Decent. I think they've all got me beat on action cards, though. Reminder, kids, or adults, whichever group you are. Do not take any of the lessons that this game teaches you and use them in your personal lives. they will not work out for you. Like selling your kids. Never sell your kids. In real life, never do it. Yellow's the big. I think Yellow was the big spender with like 4 kids. No, it was Blue. Nobody had any loans. Everybody got lucky this turn. Well, all of the CPs and me got lucky this turn. Wait, I won? Yay! Player 2 had, player 2 or Red had 12 of them. They pretty much lost out pretty hardcore, but poor Yellow. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call that our day for that. And so let me make it certain my hands kind of slightly dusted off over here. But yeah, let's get that back down. Okay, so without further ado, wow, it's already 11:11. Why? Just why? Yeah, I've got another vid to do after this. I think let's see, I forget what I've got scheduled for today, but. And if any of you guys that are watching, like, if you're within, like, certain, like, groups of, like, if you're, like, a gaming channel, kind of like mine, just kind of, like, hit me up, just, like, say, hey, you want to play a game sometime? Let me know, like, what game and such, and I'll see if I can, depending on how the weather is, because I tend to record, because I record outside of my local library, and so it is very chilly out, and so just kind of let me know, like, as long as it's not a first-person shooter. I'm gonna say this right now. On my channel, this channel, there will be no first-person shooters, no shooting games of any sort, unless you're shooting, like, a bow and arrow in Minecraft. But typically, a lot of those sort of, like, different things won't ever show up on my channel here. They might show up on, like, an adult style channel or on a separate gaming channel. I'd never want to get monetized because I don't want to get paid for shooting fake people. That's not something I enjoy, so it's not something I would ever do. So without further ado, I am Elena Dina, and I will see you guys. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I am Elena Dina, and I will see you guys all next time.